They said majority draw. They cheated Roach. Roach got
Rate the performance. Roach won the story.
Roach won the story. He didn't get the...
We just witnessed something we were all never expecting. Tank Davis, the undefeated knockout artist, the pay-per-view star, the so-called face of boxing, going to a draw against Lamont Roach, and not just any draw, a controversial one filled with questionable, officiating fighter excuses, and boxing fans left wondering if this was the worst robbery they had seen in recent years.
I don't know, man. I would win the majority decision. Honestly, I thought I should have won without that. But the rules do state if you voluntarily take a knee, then that's all.
In the line of reaction was Crawford, who for the last few days has made it clear he doesn't like Tank one bit, and he wasn't about to let him off the hook with what he saw as a weak excuse for taking a knee in the 9th round. Crawford went straight to Twitter. No hesitation. No sugarcoat saying some of y'all need to watch Mayweather versus Hernandez and see Mayweather take a knee because he hurt his hand. And it was called a knockdown, not from a punch.
That's why he took a knee, but he took a knee, So that means he knockdown.
Why do you think that they didn't take a point off?
The referee missed it.
Then he followed up with the knockout punch of tweets. I never seen someone take a knee and they don't. Counted as a knockdown, must have forgot the rules for tonight. They robbed that boy and it's crazy, and just when people thought he was done, he added the finishing blow Roach won, and that should have been called a knockdown. Let's see. Happens. Crawford didn't just criticize the decision he made. It clear that he believed Roach had done enough to win outright, and he wasn't alone in this. Backing up Crawford was His Excellency Turki Alal Sheikh, the man behind some of the biggest boxing events in the world today. Turki didn't hold back. He called out the bigger issue that had fans upset. Beyond just the result, the fact that this fight was put behind an $80 pay-per-view wall only to leave them disappointed if you charge people $80 for PPV. You must give them a good card with good production translation. This event wasn't worth the money, and if Turki is saying that, you know it's a problem, because this is a man who's been putting together mega events in Saudi Arabia, where fans expect high-quality boxing for the price they pay. If he's hinting that Tank isn't delivering anymore, that's a serious hit to Davis's reputation.
Did his thing. Gervonta Davis is the champ, and it takes, a lot to be able to beat the champ. But Roach definitely had something that we all wasn't expecting with him in the power.
Then there was Shakur Stevenson, who has been chasing a fight with Tank for a long time now. Despite the controversy, Stevens made one thing clear: he still wants the fight. Ian even gone on, dude. Like he would do me, but I'm still ready and willing to fight. Let's make it happen. But he didn't ignore what happened in the ring. Either I thought Lamont won, though it was a calm but direct statement. Shakur wanted his shot at Tank, but at the same time he acknowledged what everyone else was seeing. This wasn't a performance worthy of the so-called face of boxing, but that wasn't the end of all the controversy.
I think he got overconfident. I think he was thinking Lamont wasn't that good. I told everybody how the fight was going to go. The fight went exactly how I said. Exactly.
After seeing this performance from Gervonta, do you believe your confidence has gone a little bit more up?
My confidence been up.
Ryan Garcia, the social media king of boxing, didn't waste a second before jumping in. And when Ryan reacts, you know it's going to get people talking. Lamont won, that simple. No extra words, no hesitation, and then he hit boxing right. Where it hurts, not calling that knockdown is the wildest thing I've ever seen in boxing. That type of stuff makes boxing look bad. Then he added the cherry on top, crazy stuff. See, you may second Ryan made. Sure to let the world know that unlike Tank, he still got a fight lined up and doesn't plan on having any controversial draws anytime soon. Danny Garcia, meanwhile, had a different approach. He didn't just focus on the fight, he used this as a moment to remind everyone why Floyd Mayweather was in a league of his own. That's why I always say, that's how, you know how great Floyd Mayweather was. Because no matter who he fought and how close, he always won. Even if he was supposed to beat somebody easily, he still did it. That's why boxing is better when
you take a knee or touch a canvas, blood and it's due to a blunt punch, or even if you hurt and you go down, that's a knockdown. That's what I know from the rules of
on the other hand, handled things like a man who believed he had won. Dant is a great fighter. I thank him for the opportunity to show the world to all the people that were doubting me, all the people that were talking rubbish, all the fake boxing media. Even though I didn't win tonight, I thought I did. But that's a win for me in my book. But we not satisfied. We need a real W. But if you voluntarily take a knee and the ref starts counting, that should be a knockdown. If that's a knockdown, I win. The fight.
How do you assess his power after being in there for 12?
We got decent power. We got decent power for sure. I ain't gonna say it's exaggerated. I told you I got a cheat. I ain't going like that.
No need for a translator. Their Roach made it plain and simple. He should have won, and he wants justice for it. This whole situation also raises serious questions about Tank's future. Before the fight, Davis had mentioned that he only wanted to fight 3 more times before retiring now, with a controversial draw on his record. Does he still stick to that plan? Does he chase a rematch with Roach to clear his name? Or does he move on to bigger fights, hoping fans forget this ever happened?
Right. And so I think it was maybe a lack of focus.
And then there's the matter of Calvin Ford. Tank's longtime trainer wasn't in his corner for this fight. Could that have played a role in his performance? It's certainly something people are talking about, because whether you believe in the impact of a coach or not, something was clearly off about Tank in this fight. But sympathy Tank didn't get any of that from other boxing pros. They were clear. This wasn't a performance worthy of a champion, and many believe Roach should have been the rightful winner.
Over a spectacular fighter. I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the bills. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate you.
However, things might be taking a new turn if the talk is true. Turkey Lake is already working on a Devin Haney versus Tank. Davis fight Devin. Haney himself wasted no time trolling Tank Davis after the fight. I was waiting for the backflip Haney posted mocking Tank's signature celebration move that was nowhere to be seen after this fight. It was a clear dig suggesting that Davis had nothing to celebrate after struggling against an opponent many expected him to dominate. Haney has been one of Tank's biggest critics, and this moment only gave him more ammunition. He's also been calling out Davis for years, questioning his resume, and the level of competition he faces this draw only reinforced what Haney and others have been saying. Tank isn't as unbeatable as he thinks. Terrence Crawford took it even further, saying Tank has never been the elite talent he believes himself to be too. But this fight proved that Davis is vulnerable and would be completely exposed against a real sharp boxer. Tank ain't what he thinks he is. Crawford stated Shakur, Devin, or even Keesan would break his ego worse than Roach just did. Crawford didn't hold back, essentially dismissing Davis as an overrated fighter who's been carefully matched up to maintain his undefeated record. In his view, a technician like Shakur Stevenson, a relentless pressure fighter like Devin Haney, or even the young hungry Kesson Davis would completely dismantle Tank in a way that would shatter his confidence if that happens. Then the controversy from this fight will quickly be forgotten, because that would be one of the biggest fights in boxing today. But will Tank take that fight, or will he try to run it back with Roach first? What do you think? Share your thoughts below and subscribe for more updates.